Alright, here's a little bit of an update. I spent most of the weekend working on adding structure to the places that, like the cave and stuff that were still just sort of the foam. So plastered all this area and the bandage style gauze casting material. So I got the mountain over here done. All the stuff up here, the hole for the cable, and around this side as well, and the cave entrances on either side of that main cave there. So I got that done, and so now I'm just starting the process of painting it all to match the rest of the rocks, and I'll get that all painted, and then I'll talk to you again. Alrighty, here we are. I've done a few things. Let me see if we can spot it all. So I painted this white. That's the base coat. It's actually a cream and the white, sort of a desert tan and a white. To give a little bit of effect, I've got to hit some weathering on it, which I haven't done yet. Let me see. We'll go around the track. You'll notice that white spots that I did in the last little bit are all colored. I got rid of this pink foam that was sticking up on that rock. Added a placeholder for this billboard. I plan to cut this back away and redo this how this is done, and maybe redo this a little bit on the guardrail, but this is where the cable goes down, so I can't really move the guardrail here, but I can keep it wide here for a burnout or a slide out area. Over here I got a little thin on my casting material, my gauze, so I got to redo this little section here. After I did a wash, I just sort of washed away the plaster, so there's that. I painted a base coated a nice dark brown on the fire tower, the watchtower. I got all this rock painted with this base rock color, including the tunnel down in there. And we'll go past that. For now, I haven't decided what I'm going to do back here. It's probably just going to be a flat black, except for that area down there that's going to become a little bit of terrain, a place to put trees mostly, probably. Down here, my wife has requested I keep an area on the end here for cups and packages or whatever else. So I'm going to do the train over to here, and it'll come in somewhere where this cable hooks in, tie in here. And then I got to decide what I'm going to do with this pink foam here. Not quite sure yet. You notice the other side of the tunnel is also rocked, painted, and with this side of the tunnel as well. So there's this little wall here. I still haven't figured out what to do with that spot. Probably guardrail around here and then up to there and sort of hook it there and then leave it. I really need to start working on this area, this wall. I think I'm probably going to raise the part of the village that's in this area. Let's see, on the outside here, this will just get black, sort of married up here. I haven't decided exactly there. During the cottage project, I had a wall thing that you could break off depending on the depth of the wall, and it's going to make nice clapboarding for this. So there's 4 pieces that'll be really nice for some clapboard siding on this gas station. So like I was saying, I'm probably going to raise that area just a little bit, at least to the front. Probably have some kind of guardrail down the side on the inside there, and then have the different places I'm going to have in there. One will be the Safari Club, which is an old torn down now restaurant that was a restaurant bar that was in Estacada, where I grew up outside of Estacada, so I remember the place. That will, at least one of those, at least that will be there. My wife requested a photo mat. I got to figure out where I'm going to put that. There's the tunnel under there, which doesn't go anywhere. It just ends right in there. So it's just a little cave that I will have the Batmobile, probably. I got to figure out what I'm doing with this space here. This wall will stay until I figure out what to do on this corner. This corner goes all the way to the edge of the board, so it's going to be something like that. And it's a nice catch fence. Maybe I'll just replace it with the catch fence. All right, so there is the look of the updates that I've made. I need to go through, touch up some spots on the rock coloring, and then I need to do some painting of the outside of the track areas for like a base of gravel. It'll be painted gray and it'll become gravel on the edges to give that sense of gravel. Maybe some splattered paint. Not quite sure yet. But I'm getting close to being able to start doing some trees. What I need to do next on the rocks is start giving some rocks some detailing, some color variants on the rock, some staining and things before I move on to do some highlights, and then I'll do vegetation. So trees will arrive soon. This river will get resined eventually. Right now it's just holding the space, and the movie theater is practically done. I redid my sensor here for my track that I have hooked to this sensor back here that I got off a guy that was on the Slot Car Reddit, and he has an eBay store. I will try to find the link and put it in my description. It's a nice little setup. I've set it up just with a laser beam going across, so I can race with my digital track one car at a time, just get time without having to worry about lane I'm in. That is that for the track updates. I need to do some dry brushing on that fire tower as well to pop some of that stuff off and maybe paint the roof a different color. Anyhow, it's making progress. I'm really quite happy with only having to deal with this last bit down here, so we'll see how that goes. Maybe I'll get a little bit of a shot of some track racing next. All right, I'll try to hold on to the phone here while I take this shot, so you can see the time is set to 0, so when I cross that line it's gonna start a lap. All right, so in those 2 laps, my best lap time was the 8 seconds, but I've done it at least 6:23, so 6 seconds and 2 thousandths. So maybe I'll try to do that while I'm here. All right, after 10 laps, try to do some flying laps. So there's my best time, 6.641 through this laser gate that is set up right here. You can sort of see the laser is taking aim right there at the bottom of that sensor. I had to redo the whole setup so it fit better, but it does a fairly good job. I haven't nailed down this side. That side is nailed down, but it is adjustable. So there you go. Thanks for watching.